Oh shit. Oh, it's a wild show from time to time, and you know that. What the fuck was that? God damn it. Well, no shit, it's live, Google. No, not technical difficulties, more like technical emails get sent about fucking YouTube streaming. There's a new email system that went out because as of a certain update of the YouTube system, they started releasing emails to you when you go live. So, anytime I go live, I get an email. So from now on, I will get an email every time I go live. No, you're gonna come back to 19 because I'm not switching the game back over. Because I have to start the stream all over again. Yeah, we'll do a stream separate because I have some PS5 news. I have some WWE news. And I also have some EA news. Oh yeah, especially considering it involves a free-to-play game. Oh, it is, and we all. So, on release, Apex had a very nice player base. God damn it. I'll edit that later. There was a nice player base for Apex. However, it was reported about 10 million people or so. And it quickly died off. Apex lost its steam pretty quick. We all know this. However, recently, they put in a new battle pass, and they put in a super edition of their microtransactions. Thank you, EA. For fans of Apex, the Battle Pass did not contain, as normally does, any skins of any kind or any textures of any kind. Those for the Battle Pass got put behind the walls of microtransactions, loot boxes, more specifically. So, not only did you have to pay to get into the loot boxes, you have to pay to get beyond the loot boxes of more loot boxes. Yes. So, effective tomorrow, they are going to be rechanging the system. It's going to be, they're going to be editing the loot box system, and it's going to be edited for the rest of the month. And EA, whoever EA had developed it, called everyone that was backlashing to the loot boxes, which the developer was Respawn Entertainment. Respawn Entertainment essentially called every single player freeloaders. Yes. Yeah. Paragon was actually good. And you actually had multiplayer cross-platformed on top of it. Yep. Well, it gets even better because doing my research right now, so I could do a little bit more on Apex, because I don't touch it. I don't care to touch it. It's a battle royale. There's only one battle royale game that I care for. Call of Duty Blackout, yes. It actually is really good. Then you need to play it. It's not so much that. You don't like it because of all the bugs that 4 had when it launched, and I understand that. It put a bad taste in your mouth. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit because you played Black Ops 4 multiplayer, custom match, and were pissed off because the bullshit that it pulled, because it was buggy. They fixed the bugs, and ever since then you've had bad taste in your mouth. And anyone, because I've had people that played Fortnite, I made them play Blackout, and they said Blackout was better. And I don't either. I don't either. That's the thing. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. But here I am. I did not ruin it. That's why I said you had a bad taste in your mouth when the fucking bugs happened. That is on Activision. Now, as I was saying, in doing my research, I also found a little note that is a footnote in this, which pisses me off to a certain degree. Respawn Entertainment was in the midst of a sequel to another game series. This game was planned to be released at the end of last year, but was basically essentially cancelled. Titanfall 3. The game was released. The release of the game came as a surprise when it was announced in 2018, as until that point, it had been assumed that Respawn were working as a sequel to Titanfall 2 rather than a battle royale game. In late 2017, a source at Respawn had told, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that Japanese name, that Titanfall 3 was planned to be released towards the end of last year. McCoy told Eurogamer that the surprise announcement was intentional, as they were concerned of community backlash when it was revealed that rather than working on a sequel to Titanfall 2, they had developed a free-to-play Battle Royale game. Battlefield implemented a Battle Royale game mode in Battlefield 5. Blackout is Battle Royale, which is the two best ones in my opinion. I don't care for them, but those are all the two best ones. And Battlefield 5, I'm not even a fan of. No, you haven't played Battlefield 5. You haven't played a Battlefield since Battlefield 4. Okay, true. No, you played the PS4 Battlefield 1. Yeah. Well, when you said Battlefield 1 older version, you gotta make sure you don't mean computer version. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, so you now have confirmation that there was a Titanfall 3, which actually would have been probably good, because I mean, I have Titanfall 2. I don't play it. I mean, online I played a little bit of it. I'm not a super big fan, but it was okay. I can force download it, but it's 50 gigs. Titanfall 2, you mean? Yeah. For the most part, it is. Yeah, and see, Titanfall 1 was released on Xbox 360 and Xbox One in 2014. 2 years following that, it's Titanfall 2, released on Xbox One and PS4. However, 2-year cycle would have meant that last year. And development. Respawn Entertainment had previously created both Titanfall 1 and its sequel 2 while in an independent studio. EA supported the publishing of those titles, and in 2017 proceeded to acquire Respawn, therefore basically essentially killing the game. No. While Walcott had already begun on a potential Titanfall 3 game, the success of PUBG and Respawn's recent acquisition of EA had caused them to reconsider their plans. Respawn had already tested Titanfall concepts in a survival game format they found worked well. And they actually started in a Battle Royale framework as well. So essentially, EA killed their own game series. So, there is going to be cross-platform in Apex Legends, if there's not already. However, cross-progression and cross-purchase is not available due to limitations on the hardwares. And to your question, no. They have always been an independent studio for 9 years, up until 2017. And I say 9 years because that's how long they've been in business. And while on the topic of this company, they are currently developing the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game. But it gets even better, because the creator of the Call of Duty franchise is the reason behind Respawn to begin with. Jason West, both of the creators of the company actually, previously co-founded Infinite Ward and the Call of Duty franchise, where they were responsible for its development until 2010, which coincidentally is Black Ops 1. There you go, there's some news for you there. Yep. The game of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is going to be released on November 15th of this year for Xbox One, PS4, and Microsoft Windows. Essentially Steam. Huh. No, but before you go to that, I'm going to end this part of this conversation on this note. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, for those that play the series, is set in the Star Wars universe shortly after Revenge of the Sith, which... Oh. The actual movie. Okay. So, for those that have watched Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order follows right after the video, pretty much. It's set a few, according to the plot here, set a few years after Revenge of the Sith. Hang on, I'm reading it. That way I could just give you a brief summary of it. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything specific. It tells me the events, which I'm not going to go into so I don't ruin it for anyone. But it's set a few years after the movie. So I don't know where it falls in line in terms of storyline, because I know that what was it? I know that Jedi movie came out a couple years ago. Oh, what the fuck? I just had it. Yeah. I know that movie had just came out recently, so. And before we get to the other video game news, there is word of a new Yakuza game coming next year, and it is going to be on PS4. We don't play it much, but I'm just spouting what I have on my computer. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 has been officially announced for next year. The reveal trailer was at the Anime Expo this year, which took place in Los Angeles. Be honest, I'm surprised anyone managed to get there without having a health event. Yes, I went there. I'm an asshole, I know. So I don't really care for people that want to put illegals over their own constituents, or population for that matter. Government Nunez can suck a dick. July 4th to the 7th was this year's Anime Expo down in Los Angeles. The Need for Speed Heat trailer dropped today. I know you don't care for it. You're not a fan of them, but you get your niche time frames when you want to play. Now, it takes a few years, but you get them. It does. I'm not denying it. Legend of Heroes Trials of the Cold Steel releasing within the next couple of weeks to about a month. It released, no, next couple of months, no, my bad. It's releasing on October 22nd here in the States, which is a good thing, finally. And we're still waiting, yeah, that's the funny thing. We have 1, 2, and 3, we're still waiting on 4. 4 was just released last year, so we're still waiting on that. Trials of the Cold Steel 4, Into the Saga. Also, before I forget, the NASCAR, what the fuck? The Need for Speed Heat Studio application is now available to get you used to and adjusted to the to get you used to the customizations and everything else in terms of the gameplay. And in my opinion, it brings me back to Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 edition. Best edition there is. Best game there is in the series, in my opinion. That was in number 1, thank you, and I can't play that song even though I want to. Let me check that. More than likely not. I actually can. I'm currently playing Studious Grace, which I thank for allowing the music to be used. We appreciate any music that we are allowed to use. That goes for Linkin Park members, that goes for Little John, that goes for Lifehouse, that goes for... No. Skillet or Skillix? Okay, because Skillet, Bon Jovi, and a couple others completely revoke their music. Shinedown being one of them, which, to be honest, if you have not heard them yet by Shinedown, you need to. That goes for anyone. And I'm sorry, I'm getting messages from somebody at work because They are having one hell of a day. And since we are talking about Need for Speed, I'm currently getting tweets about Need for Speed. But since you wanted to listen to this music, this happens to be from Need for Speed Underground 1. Let me see if the other music from this is also usable. Well, nope. Broken Promises by Element 80 is not usable, which is one of my favorite songs from that game. Yeah. The Only by Static X. Let's see if that is usable. I don't believe it is. That one I'm gonna have to copy and paste because I'm not fucking... Yeah, I'm too lazy to fucking type that out. No, we're going back to the point. The point was that while we have Need for Speed Heat coming up, it really is reminiscent of the old days. The Hot Pursuit 2 to Carbon and Undercover days. But with that being said, I'm going on record right now and saying I want to have you try to play it. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for a duly diligent chance. No, I said a duly diligent chance because the fact of you will say something and it'll be 5 to 10 minutes. That's not really worth it. Like you said, it takes a lot longer for you to get into a game. Therefore, you have to give it due diligence. And unfortunately, The Only by Static X is not usable either. Which probably means Skinny Man is not usable. Yes. Skinny Man is by Static X, and it was featured in Need for Speed Most Wanted. Oh my god. No, Skinny Man by Static X is not used either. Let me see if Riders of the Storm is usable. What? You mean Soul Calibur 6? VI is 6, not IV. And we understand why Slipknot does not allow the music, but we wish they did. Well, it is not my fault. We wish Papa Roach would allow us to use them, certain music from them, but they have a limited amount that we can use. As long as it's the good ones, that's all I care about. And yes, I know that's an asshole move, but... But there happens to be a lot of news in terms of gaming this week, because pretty soon, yes, there is. I know you're talking about Dolph Ziggler. There actually is. Hang on. Well, before we get there, we have some PS5 news. And it segues right into the WWE, actually. Yes. Well, for one, any game that is being released this year, or in general actually on PS4, from Bloodborne to Dark Souls to 2K games, any game for the 99% chance, we already know Spider-Man is on it. That is because PS4 is already announced as backwards compatible for PS5.
There's something special about being the United States champion.
Therefore,
sure, there's a long list of legends who have
that
held
has
this
a
title,
PS4
and that's great.
and wants to trade it to a PS5 already has backwards compatibility announced for PS4
It's a tradition
games.
that started with John Cena, and I've decided that I'm going to continue that tradition.
Does that mean we're going to be getting 1 to 3?
Oh no, I'm going to
very
defend
possible.
it every chance I get.
We're
That's
not
why
sure
starting
about it,
tonight,
but it's possible.
I'm bringing back the U.S.
Now,
title Open Challenge.
With that
So whoever's
also
ready
in
to step
play,
up and face me,
you
come
have
on out right
a
now.
lot more time
Who's going to be the first
exclusives
superstar to answer Buzz's U.S. title
and
open
a
challenge?
lot more just playing out exclusive games coming into play on PS5.
Baron Corbin has been itching for a shot of the new guy, and now
Sony
he gets it.
is going after exclusives
short United States title
because
for Buzz.
Sony has announced that they are putting the hardcore gamers at the forefront of the the PS5 marketing. Therefore, anyone that's a real hardcore gamer, that's their target audience. And they are not taking advantage of people like Microsoft did. They do acknowledge Google in terms of their new platform. However, what's going to end up happening is they have one business in mind, for who they want to focus on.
Are you surprised Buzz initiated the U.S. title open challenge
as their main competition
in his WWE tenure?
I'm not surprised, Michael. From what we've seen so
it's not
far,
even
this
Nintendo,
guy's not afraid
it
of
is
challenging
Microsoft.
himself.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either, because he has a track record of reckless behavior. If you ask
they
me,
acknowledge,
he's just
and
setting
it's a
himself
very
up for failure.
small window, basically. It's like,
The
example,
champion into the
Ring of
cover.
Honor
And he
and
doesn't
TNA
stay down for
Impact
long.
Wrestling,
You know a move
as
like
opposed
that
to
could not keep
AEW.
Corbin down.
AEW is the Microsoft of the two. Or in this case, good.
Now the old vicious head crank. Look at the torque.
Which that leads right
Oh my
into what I was
goodness, this
saying,
hurts. Oh.
which is they will now reportedly not be NXT on FS1, which was reportedly told to Fox executives that they were getting FS1 for NXT.
Champ not looking good right now. I fully expect him to bounce back, though.
Why do you
this
hate
is the
me?
type of one-on-one atmosphere where he thrives.
I wouldn't call for the medics just yet, Cole. He still appears to be in pretty good shape.
You really should be hating
but if
Vince
you count him
McMahon,
out
if
now,
anyone.
guys, you'd be making a very big mistake. Mark my words.
Because
You
as
gotta
of
believe this
today,
one's over.
report is that Vince McMahon is going to be taking control of NXT to his own extent. As it goes live 2 hours on Wednesday night on
Buzz just
USA.
barely got out of the way.
And he dodges out of the way. And there's his speed paying off.
So there is a chance that they are going to be taking it live
Wow, the ref got hit hard there. He may not get
on
back
USA.
up.
There's been talks for a while
He's out there in
about
no
it
man's
being
land. He's got
done,
to find a way to get the safety, Cole.
but it
I'm not
actually
sure he
being
can.
done.
Oh, and a DDT!
Yes, but it's a live TV function. Yes. But what's going to happen
The
is
champ to the
he's going to
top
ruin it pretty
turnbuckle.
much.
And what a reversal from Baron Corbin. Going for it all here.
Nailed it.
That should do it. Baron Corbin is going for it early.
And only a one
Vince
count.
has been able to
Oh,
retire
man, I
for
don't know
over
who to root
7
for.
years.
What a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Can he finish the job? Nice calf kick. Great elevation.
Will Buzz be able to continue?
I doubt it. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. But can he follow up here? Shoulders down. Championship
There was a lot of shit going on.
A kick out. This one's not over yet.
There's a lot of changes going on to the company. And they are locking people in place because they are looking at AEW as WCW.
Quickly into the cover with the title on the line. 3. Buzz wins.
So all these contract signings that you're hearing about and everything else is to prevent a Hulk Hogan repeat, to prevent a Lex Luger repeat, to prevent a Kevin Nash and Scott Hall repeat.
He's getting after it here. And this is how he...
Buzz has done it, successfully
Which in
defending his
retrospect is
U.S.
a good
title
thing.
in an open challenge match.
When you really think about it. But you got to look at the overall picture as well. However, that brings into the fact of who is being pushed as of right now. Because if you've been watching the last couple of weeks, you will notice Cedric Alexander got a huge push.
We saw the return of the U.S. title open challenge last week, and Buzz is already in the ring, ready for his next opponent.
That is because Paul Heyman is a fan of his work.
Revenge fueled Buzz in his invasion of NXT. Will it fuel Gargano to victory tonight?
He's probably an indie guy. Yeah.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
Settle in, guys. This is going to be a blast to watch. Johnny Wrestling is hoping to show his opposition just how he earned that nickname.
Well, Byron, you see, some people named John use Johnny instead. Oh, you meant the wrestling part.
Beautiful technique.
Okay. But that segues back into PS5. Because 2K20 has been announced, which is being released for PS4 and PS5. Now, based on this, from what I know in terms of the Call of Duty game that's getting released, which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 edition.
Guys, in a title match like this one, on a stage as big as the one we're on now, you have to wonder how much nerves will be.
Call of Duty is doing cross-platforming.
Now back to the ring.
For the first time, they are doing 100% cross-platforming. However, pretty much.
Circling back to your earlier point, Corey, you have to think nerves will play a big part in this match, which I think favors the champion.
Everyone wants to say Sony wants to. Everyone's saying Sony is the reason, but really, if you go back, 12 years ago, Sony made a partnership with Steam, which is still in place, that I know of, and they tried years and years ago to do it. But Microsoft said no.
Guys,
now the shoe's on the other foot.
Champion here tonight. Even a poll on WWE.com earlier
and
today
everyone's calling Sony out for it when it's
the risk of being
just Sony's fault.
I'll believe it when I see it.
This superstar is dangerous both inside and outside the ring. Boom, what impact!
However,
Corey, I have to disagree with your earlier comment. I'm with the masses on this one. I think tonight is the night we crown a new champion.
Well, either way, guys, this has been one heck of a match up to this point, and I think it's only going to get better. What a hurricanrana!
Ooh, what impact!
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
As we say in the trade, guys, the monitor area in the locker room
I just did a fucking low blow.
champ
I won by low blow. What?
And here's another peek of the moves he saw in that match.
Did you hear me though? I low blow Johnny Gargano and won.
You have to wonder after the grueling victory over Bobby Roode combined with back.
As I'm saying though, you have Call of Duty coming out with cross-platforming. However, it's not just cross-platforming. Guess what else it is? Cross-generational platforming. That means that if you're on an Xbox One, you can play with PS5. If you're on the Project Scarlet, you can play with PS4. You can have people from all 4 systems and PC all at one time on the same game lobby. You realize what's gonna happen, right?
Who will answer his U.S. title open challenge? It's the Masked Attacker. We haven't seen him since he wrestled Buzz in NXT.
Well, that's not Baron Blade unless he very quickly shed about 40 pounds.
It's gonna become a
Blade has been hitting the gym. Maybe he's been on the Saxman diet since we last saw him.
I don't think so, Byron. No one wants to be on your stupid diet.
Okay, so you don't just have that though. You've got a load of other content in terms of Battlefield about to come out probably.
The mask obviously thinks they can
hasn't been announced yet, but I'm predicting Battlefield's coming out.
We're about to find out.
He's gonna do it.
Is he done?
Oh, and
you
he breaks
have
free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
Oh, what impact.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint coming out. The new Need for Speed game coming out. Called Steel coming out, and all of these games are going to be available for PS4 and PS5, which is good.
Leaving himself open here.
Yeah, guys, I can't think of a worse place for him to be right now.
Superplex.
What are you playing? So when I saw what I saw earlier about Apex, I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not surprised either, but still.
That was a long way down.
Agree.
The champ's absorbing some offense here. He has an amazing opportunity here to cement his legacy as one of the greatest champions in recent memory.
Sure, he's taking some punishment here, but given how much he prefers to be on the outside of the ring, he can very well change the outlook of the match with one shot.
By the looks of things, I don't think he expected his opponent to be as motivated as he clearly is here tonight.
He's too quick for him there.
Oh, goddamn, it's right.
His shoulders are down. No trouble kicking out of that one.
Very nice.
Just a step quicker, it looks like. This might be it. Oh, my. He gets it with a reversal. The challenger's taking on some offense. He's going to have to find a way to fend off the champ here.
Yeah, but it looks to me like he still has plenty of energy in that body of his. I wouldn't look too much into this right now.
And knowing him the way I do, I'm willing to bet he thought he was going to get through this match unscathed. But that obviously is not the case here.
Vince McMahon taking control of NXT.
And the champ kicks out.
How in the world?
What a clothesline! Ouch! Oh, it's over.
And there's a lot of news.
Look at this.
Oh, Buzz just
Clothesline!
Got targeting the chest. Very effective. They destroy your face. And the odds just swung in Buzz's favor.
Executed perfectly.
It's Sami Zayn!
I knew it!
You thought it was Baron Blade.
Leave it to Sammy to pull off some generic stunt like this.
Kevin Owens from behind.
KO and Sami Zayn are formally welcoming Buzz to SmackDown Live.
It appears the on-again, off-again relationship between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is on again.
And these two will do anything when it comes to winning championships.
And of course, now when I'm doing streaming, I'm getting messages and shit. So now, of course, when I'm busy, I'm getting all the shit. No. Well, there is this news that I've been holding, which is there was reports of this February by a leaked PlayStation official's email.
Buzz wants to have a few words with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn after what happened last week.
All right, I know you guys prefer to gang up and jump people from behind, but if you want a fair fight, step up and answer my U.S. title open challenge, 1-on-1, and not hide behind some mask either.
I said
that mask was
there was an email that was leaked
are you talking about? That
by
was not me.
an
Sammy,
official at Sony. That not the official himself, but his
you should
email
have seen the
is
look
what
on your
was
face
leaked.
when he came out wearing that.
That being said,
allegedly.
Okay, whenever you guys
the
are
leaked
done
email
recalling the
is
spineless
in
actions
regards
from last week,
to
you know where to find me.
Before you get too involved with these
State of
idiots
Play.
or have any more open challenges, don't forget, you still owe me a rematch for
and
that
the
US
current
title.
State of Play is officially apparently going to be in February when they unveil the PS5.
I don't care what he said. We're settling this tonight.
They are going to be unveiling the PS5, making all sorts of other announcements, and everyone's speculating that it's going to be released at the end of next year. My opinion, they're going to pull a Darksiders move and release it anywhere between March and November. Because the data and the history shows you that.
What have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn done to Bobby Roode?
I don't know, but apparently this is what KO meant when he said they were settling this tonight.
Let's wait until we hear what happened before we rush to judgment.
Because December 3rd is when PS1 came out.
Despite the use of some underhanded tactics, Kevin Owens will get a shot at the
so
United States title. And that match starts right now. And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
And this is one of those matches where it's hard to believe we get paid for this. Well, actually, it's hard to believe Saxton gets paid for anything. Look at the presumptuous attitude of Kevin Owens.
It's called confidence, Saxton, and all the elite superstars have it. You have to walk in believing you're going to beat up your opponent.
PS2 was released in March
the old vicious head crank
of 2000.
Look at the torque. Continuing to
PS3 and 4, however, were released in November.
Big backdrop.
And for those looking to look at homebrews and other things like that to modify your PS1 Classic since it's not for PlayStation, I would advise you to go look at some YouTube videos because there is video evidence that you can modify it to get to the PAL region or the Japanese region and get more than the American games, which I can understand why people hate.
Shoulders on the mat. He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Yeah, this early, no chance.
Knee drop.
That was nasty.
So precise.
PlayStation 5 getting released though next year. I'm more inclined to believe it's going to be falling with Cyberpunk.
Oh my goodness, this hurts.
I might be wrong, but I'm going on record right now and saying I have a good belief that it's going to be within the early part of next year. Because somebody said don't expect anything before March.
And there's his speed paying off.
Nailed it.
And the ref goes down.
We need a new ref out here fast.
Glove to the back.
And I don't know about you, but
power bomb.
Pretty sure if they say don't expect it before March, that's a good indicator that it's probably going to happen next year.
He goes for the cover. You're not going to win many matches that easily.
Oh, man, I don't know who to root for.
Kevin Owens may be in a bad way here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment tonight. You don't step in the ring with this guy and walk away completely unscathed.
The good news for him is that his opponent's offense is likely packing a little less of a punch, considering all the damage he was able to inflict earlier
in this match. And knowing what we know about 2K games, I would best suspect that 2K19 will be going offline about the same time.
The end may be near, folks. This is not where he wants to be at this point in this match.
I'm not sure he has much left. He's fading fast here, guys. If I'm his opponent, I'm thinking about putting him out of his misery sooner than later.
I can't tell you because I don't have a manual of the game.
Kevin Owens doing a great job of turning that one around.
That's one benefit of physical copy, because the physical copy can tell you all you need to know.
What a stomp!
In that regard. But that is it for this period, because when we come back, we're going to be talking about creative. And what could have been better, and what happened instead over the course of the year. And you know what I'm talking about. Talking from Punk, not Punk, but Cena to Corbin. Because guess what is officially back as of tonight? The King of the Ring tournament. It is the first time in 5 years Yep. And we are going to be changing over to that soon enough.